All right, I'm actually in my hotel room. I'm very happy after such a long and tiring day. And it really was a long and tiring day. This is the room. It's a little on the shabby side with the paint job, but the furniture's quite good. The one thing it doesn't have is a fridge. But in every other respect, it seems okay. Oh, except there is one other respect, and this particular room is a room without a view, as you can see. So, not so good. But look, for $34 a night in central Saigon, I think it's still bloody good value. And you do get complimentary mineral water, apparently. So, I'm fairly happy with that, but I thought I was getting really badly shafted by the taxi driver, because I have never seen Saigon International Terminal as busy as it was tonight. Around 9:30 on a Friday night, late June on the 29th, boy, it was bopping. There were people everywhere. There was a number of the baggage carousels in operation at once. I've never seen that before. And it was just packed with people. And so to get a taxi under those circumstances, I felt very lucky, because it was basically anarchy. It was the law of the jungle stuff. So when I got this taxi, I was quite relieved, but he did something that really gave me a bit of a suspicion. He didn't actually get a tag from the guy who runs the taxis, which you normally get. He was a Venison cab, but I've had a Crook Venison cab before. And this guy took me on a magical mystery tour along the riverbank, which is not the normal way to get to District 1. And I was worried I was even going to District 1. And I did question him, because I was thinking of basically doing just parachuting out from the cab and getting another cab. I was that dubious about it. And waiting till we were in a busy area where I could get another cab. But I didn't have to do that. He actually did get me to District 1, but it did cost me more than usual. Usually I could get into town for about 150 to 170,000 dong. Tonight, on the meter it said 180, and I gave him 200. And I was just wrapped to get to my hotel, because I thought I was going to have real problems there. So that was okay. And the other weird thing about today is that the Sydney leg of the journey from Sydney to Ho Chi Minh City was almost, I would say, 70 to 80% Vietnamese on board, which is not as pronounced a mix as you'd normally get, say, for a flight leaving, say, from Melbourne. And certainly nothing like that in Cairns. And of course, there was an annoying kid right across from me, a mother who didn't supervise him at all, and he kicked me a couple of times and kept dangling his legs right across the aisle, and no one actually got onto him about it, which I thought was amazing. On the prior flight, there was a bloody young boy coughing continually, so I hope I don't come down with something. The first flight from Cairns to Sydney. So it's been an eventful day, a very, very tiring day. And it took 8 hours and 35 minutes, the flight from Sydney to Vietnam. So it's a bloody long haul, and I feel it right now. So I just want to get a good night's sleep. I tried to get some sleep on that leg, and the settings didn't work on me for some reason. I had to, so that's why I'm absolutely buggered now. But at least I'm in the place I booked, and I'm in no mood to go out tonight. I don't really need to eat, and I'll just try to get some sleep, because it's 3 hours later than what it says on the clock when my biological clock's really about 2 a.m. So it's no wonder I'm buggered, even though here it's actually 11. Okay, just ventured outside, found a couple of places to get the essentials, and the essential for me is the cafe soda. As you can see there, this is what we call Lay D, which is takeaway. That's how you say it in Viet. And that's an espresso, and I think that was around 19,000 dong for that. So you can get the cheaper ones on the street, but I thought I'd try one from a specialty store and just see what it's like. And I've got the banh mi, which is the opla, which is the that's your banh mi with, this one's got celery, some sort of greens in it, plus egg. An omelette is for egg, basically. So it's fried egg in a roll, and that is a fairly staple sort of breakfast meal for Vietnamese. So here you go. And I also found out that I can get an upgrade to this room, to a superior room as they call them over here. And I'll have one more night here in the dungeon, and then I'll go upstairs. And only cost me 30 US, which I think is probably about 40 Australian, so it might be an extra $6. It might be even less of a hike than that. So it's bugger all extra, but I reckon just to have the ambience is worth it. Okay, this is just down the road from where I'm staying. There's a few food places here. It's actually better than on that side of Pasteur, where I'm walking down now. It's a pretty convenient location. When I get that room upgrade, it should be a really comfortable place to stay, because it's not bad considering what I'm paying. I think it's better value than Saigon Pink 3, to be honest with you. But the bars are just literally down there, really close. Really funny, the reception guy hadn't heard of Game On, even though it has only opened the last few months, but it is literally just a couple of doors away. And no awareness there. There's the Bits Tesco Tower over there, that old icon. As I say, my old stamping ground. Now what I'm going to try doing is going down here to see if I can cut across to where Stanley's food place is. It's a bit of a walk, see how I go. I feel like just a bit headachy. It's hard to shake the headache. I should have packed some, I've got stacks of bloody headache powders at home, and I didn't pack any, which is really dumb. But I can get them pretty cheap here anyway. I've just got to basically put my head down and relax for a while, and just while I'm sort of just settling into the new place, I've sort of got things to do, so I can't afford that luxury. But weather's not too bad. I thought it'd be really wet this time of year and extremely humid, but it's humid, but I can handle it because I'm a Cairns boy. What can I say? It feels a little warmer than Cairns, just a little though, not a great deal. Don't have any problems with acclimatising to this environment. So yeah, I'll see how it goes. I'm feeling okay. My energy levels are a hell of a lot better than when I was here last, because that was the post-op. But I don't want to be walking too far. Worst comes to worst, I get a taxi back. So that's not a big deal. It's the beauty of this place, you can afford taxis. So this is a big crossroad here. Hopefully the lights will change and I'll get across here. Oh, I could just chance it here. Oh, this is okay. Yeah, the bikes are fine. Like I said, they don't go very fast. So, no, I'm right, thanks.
Where you gonna help you?
I walk, no, it's okay, I get my own exercise.
Happy hour, right?
Okay, happy hour. Australia.
Hey, good day, mate.
You did the good day, mate. Yeah, you can't blame them for hustling. Probably just thinks I'm a new tourist. I sort of do know this place, really. That's a big improvement on the old bus station. It's a hell of a lot better than the old one. Got welding on the footpath. It's pretty typical of Vietnam. I've got to say, the internet in my room stunningly fast, and it puts that bloody NBN to shame. I'll give you an example. I actually uploaded a YouTube clip this morning. It took me around 6 minutes to do. The same clip, I kid you not, would have taken 2.5 hours to do back home with NBN cable connection, fibre optic connection. Pathetic. We are such a backward country in a lot of ways. It's quite amazing. I mean, You know, Vietnam's got a long way to go, but you know, when they can beat us in areas like that already, it's a bit frightening. And it just shows you what an insane idea that was to create a government monopoly in the guise of NBN. Absolute stupidity. Oh, by the way, the banh mi I had was quite nice, and the coffee was good too. So I might frequent those places again. They're reasonably priced and they're bloody convenient. But there's also that big banh mi place around the corner, so I can go and knock myself out with banh mi on this trip. So there's the another new bus station, a lot cleaner and better sorted than the old one. Yeah, that one was fairly run down, but I guess they knew they were going to pull it down, so why bother renovating? Over there is Ben Thung Market behind all those barriers, and that's for the new metro. Now I've got to work out how to cut across here. Used to be just going around the roundabout, but I don't know if I should try this way or that way. I think this is probably the more direct, but I don't know. Yeah, I might just try down here. So there we go. This is where I used to go. But whether it's going to still work. It's the same road, the same access road, but yeah, we'll just see. But you can see that's a big scar on that old roundabout, having the blue construction wall there for the metro. It's left a huge scar in this area. Let's go now. Let me. So we just got to walk down here. It's a temporary barrier here. It's pretty good actually compared to what you usually get here, which is zilch. There's the old petrol station still there. Now if I walk down here it should be alright. Again, there's a barrier, so that's good. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you think there's anything there of use to you, or entertainment or whatever. And either do that or give me a thumbs up, or if you're feeling really energetic, do both. That'd be great. But please don't ignore me. That's the worst thing you can do on YouTube, is be ignored.